We made it at last. I do apologise for my tardiness. I forgot to put the intro on the screen.
Never have I seen a man panic so much.
Yeah.
He's going 15
care about
seconds
you,
to go. The countdown, 15 seconds to go. Oh no, it's got the wrong intro on.
We had like a full minute of Mikey going.
That's because I care about our audience, unlike you two.
He's a professional.
No, I just care.
Excuse me.
So, yeah.
Afternoon, everybody.
Anyway, welcome to the Monday session of Three Veterans, where we do the panel show and people can come up and join in on the session if they want to. So, what have you two been doing this weekend? Any modelling?
I have started on my ICM.
Huh? Your mankini pose?
Mankini pose?
Yeah, modelling.
Oh, right, sorry. Catalogue modelling.
Oh, John needs the toilet. Hang on.
Yeah, so...
You carry on, Gary.
I got my inspiration box through from the model officer, Mr. Skiffins. And as I said last week, it was the 1917 Ford Model T ambulance. And I've started building it. And I've done the chassis.
Nice.
I have done the back end.
Ooh, the back end.
And I have started on
the front end.
The front end. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I've also done a couple of mobile beds.
Cool.
So yeah, I'm enjoying that. It's very good. It's not a Spitfire. It's not an ICM Spitfire. It is the complete opposite. It goes together like a dream.
Are you going to be scratch making some blankets or something to go in it?
I'll be doing something. I don't know about blankets, but I've got some of these Mr. Skipping sent me. Okay. And I've got some of this stuff that Mr. Skipping sent me.
Nice.
So I will be doing some sort of World War I French field hospital because I'm going to do it in the French colours because it's a nice blue colour.
Very nice.
Yeah. What about you, John?
Hey. What about you, John?
He's muted.
You're still muted for when you're having your poops.
Oh, it's great today.
Right. I did a thing. It wasn't modelling, but it was modelling related. I went to a thing, a function on Saturday, which was a double event. It was the 25th anniversary of the C-130J-30 arriving in Australia, which I played a part in, introducing it to service. So it was great to see old friends again. And it coincided with the 70th anniversary of the first Herc flight ever, the YC-130. So we got one of these. Isn't that cool?
Ooh, you got a certificate.
Got a thing. No. So that's the actual prototype on top there.
70 years old.
70 years, yeah. And that's our current one. And we had, of course, we are replacing our 12 J models with 20 new J models. So replacing an obsolete aircraft with exactly the same model Herc, which is phenomenal in itself.
At least you've still got them.
Yeah, and we're getting more. And I think next month New Zealand get their first J models. In fact, no, it was yesterday. It was the same day that they officially signed for acceptance of their first J model, which is interesting because when Australia bought our 12, we had reserved spots on the line for New Zealand, and they didn't take them up. It took them 25 years to get them. And here's a little fun fact. Since 1966, when 37 received its first C-130, it had operated the E, the H, and the J model and accumulated more than 490,000 flight hours without accident.
The traditional loadies go around mid-flight with a spanner tightening everything back up.
No, it wasn't loadies. They're not allowed to have spanners. It's us.
You don't give a loadmaster a spanner, for Christ's sake.
No, God, no. No, unless the toilet's blocked, or he has to strap down the esky or whatever. But anyway, so I did that. That was on Saturday. That was so good. And what else I've been working on? Oh yes, Lockheed paid for bottles of wine for everybody. That was really nice.
So you've been
God
working
bless
on that as well, have you?
Haven't yet. It's still sealed, much like the contract between Australia and Lockheed Martin. What I have been working on is I'll change the camera and show Yari before we continue. So this is a Berg Panzer T60
Oh, that's nice.
mini art. Yes, it's coming together. I wanted to paint that bit there like a dark yellow before. There's a photo etch screen that goes over that, and I wouldn't be able to get paint through that. I think onto the louvers for the radiator.
Yeah.
That's why you paint the radiator
heat
first.
exchanger.
Mm.
Yes. So I did that, and then got a bit of paint on it. I haven't fully painted the bottom, so I've got I'm
Mr.
I'm
Charles
walking
will
the
be so
line.
disappointed.
No, it's not fully painted. It probably won't be. I'll probably leave it there and just go with a message
Well,
to Malcolm written on the
it
bottom
should be. It should be fully painted.
there. And apart from the Spitfire, which we'll do in another couple of days, I've been just patching up little bits and pieces there. I've pulled out this thing. I don't know if I really should,
Not on
but
camera.
it's going to be upside down. But yeah, we go. So Tornado,
Oh,
48 scale Tornado IDS. It'll be a Mark IV. However, I may not continue it because it's getting me down a bit. So,
really?
well, I haven't
That's
stuck
not like
anything
you, John.
together yet. But these are the internals, right? So they're all they're painted, just drying overnight before I put these on. So I bought these 3D decals from Kits World, and they just won't fit. Like so that side bit of that panel there,
Mm.
right? See how big it is.
Yeah.
Well, the thing that goes on it is that one next to it. So you can see it's just not going to fit. You'd think it's a
Oh,
32nd
right.
scale thing
Yeah.
compared to a 48, but it says 148 scale on top there in red. So
Oh,
it's just, it's a bit well, it is a 48 scale one because the width of yep, that's the rear panel. The width of the rear panel sort of fits there and
right.
there. Well, like there and there, but it's just they're much they're sort of like a third deeper again than what they should be. So
Mm.
I'm looking at it going, this isn't going to be fun. So I may not continue it. I may get something else out. I'll probably just plug along with this, but because that grey's drying and then that's the Lecho.
Victor.
You were saying, Victor. I thought you were saying, is it finished yet, or get on with it. There we go. Yep.
Oh dear.
So there's that. So I don't know. I don't know. I was going to do that tonight, but tonight my time, Australian time, but I don't think I will. So given that, I might just continue with the Berg Panzer.
Cool.
So yeah, and that's me.
Well,
All right,
I'm
back to
going
the
to have a
studio.
go at making them. 135 scale set of 3-meter French ladders.
Oh, thanks, ladders.
So that should be fun. What about you guys?
I'm going to carry on with this ambulance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Got all fuzzy and out of focus.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if both of you are doing French things, I should do a French thing.
Just get on with it, John.
All right.
For God's sake, man. Right. Chat. Catch up with the chat quickly. Jim says, good morning from me. Good afternoon. Good late evening to our three gracious hosts. Good afternoon,
Jim.
Jim.
Morning, afternoon.
And good night. Mr. Charles says, hello, gentlemen. Happy Bank Holiday Monday. Hello,
Oh,
Grand Fromage.
Morning, Le Grand Fromage.
And Jim says, bonjour, le Grand Fromage. Malcolm says, what's up, Jim?
What's up?
Tish says, afternoon, folks. Jim says, hello, Modmin. With you here, we now have a show.
Yeah.
We nearly didn't.
We
The
nearly did.
loosest terms possible.
Malcolm says, hi, Tiff. Tiff says, I've been here since 1 p.m, Jim. Just been busy on the phones, people.
Yeah.
Jim says, Malcolm, a happy bank holiday to you and all the rest that it applies to in the UK audience. And Tiff says, afternoon, Malcolm. Gary Evans is in. He says, afternoon all.
Oh, hello, Gary.
Good afternoon, Gary.
Hobby Time's in. He says, well, hello, Jim. Hello, Hobby Time.
Hello,
Nice to have
Hobby
you
Time.
join us.
Hey, hey.
First time commenter, I do believe.
Welcome.
Yes. Hobby Time says, hi, Gary.
I'm assuming
I think
that's
he means Posh Gary, not you.
Yeah.
He means Posh Gary, not Temu Gary.
Yeah, not AliExpress Gary.
Not Wish Gary.
Oh, see, at least I give him a little bit of class. Jim says, could have been AliExpress, Gary. Jim says, Gary stuff. Good afternoon, Gary. Saw your Monday Matters in the small hours of the morning. A regular Monday thing for me.
Yes, I watched it first thing this morning when I got up.
I didn't get up till the afternoon. I don't know why, but I've not been sleeping properly late, so I just caught up on sleep. Tiff says, welcome, Hobby Time. Tiff says, hello, Mr. Evans. Jim says, Hobby Time, fancy meeting you here, sir. Hobby Time says, yep, laugh out loud. Jim says, a French theme would be appropriate because Saturday marked the 80th anniversary of Liberation Day in Paris. Ah,
There you go.
it did indeed. Oh, so, shall we do you want to do your quick FOM4H M4H bit, Gary?
Okay, very quickly, Friends and Models for Heroes, we're an IPMS registered online modelling club. We are in existence to support and help raise funds for Models for Heroes, which is Mr. Childs' fantastic charity that he's created that helps servicemen, ex-servicemen, and members of the emergency service with their mental health by giving them model kits and equipment. We charge £12 a year membership. Over 18s, under 18s, it's free. We have a Discord server which is open every day of the year. We have set club sessions on a Saturday and a Wednesday, but the rest of the time the clubhouse is open. The virtual clubhouse is open, and you can go in and somebody will come along and join you, and you can chat, banter, and model make wherever you are in the world. We will be at Telford this year on our stand, so come if you're at Telford this year, come and say hello. And with that, back to the studio. And my daughter's here.
Yay!
She wants to know. Finished.
Yeah. No.
Oh dear. Yes. So I'm going to change my camera to the bench.
Oh, the techo bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so now with all that out of the way, shall we open up the panel to everyone? Pastor Mookie says, hi, Jim. Hobby Time, by the way. Afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, yeah.
Mr. Childs, you'll notice I've got my mat the right way up again.
Yes. Tiff has just put the link to the StreamYard in the chat. If you would like to come up on the panel, feel free.
It's not. I can't see the chat here.
Well, that's because I switched it off for you, so because you read ahead.
I do not. An unlikely story.
No, it's because it was switched off from the quiz. That's all. The problem is it won't turn back on even if I switch it on. So it also stops Gary reading ahead.
I now put it on full screen. I have the full screen. I have the full.
Yes. Malcolm says your cookie is on its way, Gary.
Can I have a cookie?
Why am I getting a cookie?
For putting the board up the right way.
Oh right, yeah. Sorry.
Get with it, Dad.
All right.
He just doesn't concentrate, does he, Kerry?
No, he's useless.
I wouldn't say he's useless, but you know.
I would.
Why am I helping you tomorrow then? Put kids' toys together.
Because you want them. Jesus loved you. You don't want
She's gone completely bananas.
Anyway, back to modelling.
You've broken Kerry.
Yeah. He was broken long before I had anything to do with it.
Well, you created her.
Thank you.
Allegedly.
Oh, Mr. Evans is in.
Yeah, we know. He said hello. Oh, hello, Gary.
Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing?
Oh,
Good, mate. How are you?
Okay, getting better all the time.
oh, great song.
Right. All right, just getting there. Getting there. Things are very slowly getting better.
Good.
How are you all doing? Keeping well?
Just peachy. Yeah.
Some-
Yeah.
So
That is
Mr.
my
Marley,
daughter being a pain.
So
I
what
don't
I heard
believe
then
it's-
is Mr. Marley, you're being a pain. Is that what I actually heard?
it was a joint effort.
Uh-huh.
8.5.
So you went to a squadron reunion and an aircraft reunion,
You,
and you're conscious. What? I thought you Australians knew how to do things.
well, what's interesting is it was in Richmond, which is northwest Sydney, and I was a designated driver for two people that don't drink. So
Well done, you.
I know, what an idiot. But no, they appreciated it. So no, I had a couple of near beers, and because it's sort of what we had. So we had in the Middle East, we had 3 beers per day perhaps, and most of the time they were near beers. So I had a couple of those. Stayed well sober, and it was great. As I say, it was just really cool.
Excellent.
Weird how everyone's caught up with my hair color because I've always been grey hair.
Yeah.
But you're the only one that hasn't got a porn star tash anymore.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even Gary had a porn star tash, didn't you, Gary? That's Temu Gary, not Posh Gary.
Was that Kerry Joy reaching in the back there?
Yeah, it was.
Hmm.
Yes, that was my beloved daughter. I don't
Be stuck with
understand.
her.
I don't know. Let's see. I should be able to find a picture of me with the porn star tash.
Well, Mikey, your guidance and advice, if you could be so kind,
Run.
Oh, that's good.
bearing on how things are going today. You see, Part B36 here.
There we are.
Yes, the radiator cap.
Is that what it is? Well, where the hell does it go?
On the radio.
On top of the
On the
radiator.
radiator.
Am I right?
I hate it when Kerry Ann's right. No, it doesn't.
Let's have a look at the instructions properly on big screen. Because if that's right, I'm going to show it to tell you.
Let me focus for you.
Yeah, that'd be and hold it actually under the camera. That'd be cool.
Yeah, well, just give me a second. I'm trying to juggle several things at once. Hey, at least I was ready on time.
Ah, right, okay, yeah. That goes, the pipe that comes up for the radiator from the engine
Right, yeah.
connects onto there.
All right, okay.
Oh, no. Show it again. In fact, I've got my instructions. I don't know why I don't just look at mine.
All right.
Actually, no, I think that's part of the steering rack.
Let's see. Yeah, that's a.
Yes, it's part of the steering rack. So if you look on the steering rack, you'll have an arm that comes up. Or you should have, if you put the steering rack on, which you
I haven't
haven't.
put the steering rack on yet. You don't do that till later on.
Yeah, but yeah. So that's the
Yeah,
worm
there you
gear
go.
at the end of the
Look at that
steering
one
rod.
there, Gary. You can see the number's 37. Go down to 37. Right, down. That's it. Right. If you look at the side of the engine, you got the rod coming up, haven't you, for the drive shaft, the steering column. And there's a line in the middle of it. That's what it is. It's that first bit before the line.
All right, okay.
It connects to the steering rack.
Fair enough. Thank you, sir.
It's all right.
Okay, found the image of me with the porn star Middle East moustache. Here we go.
Get ready, people. Carry on.
Keeping with the French theme.
Do you have a license for your minky?
Yes.
Tiffany says, please don't forget to like the stream, guys. And if you're not subbed, please do and hit the bell icon so you get all the notifications. Cool.
I can subscribe.
Not that one likes to blow one's own trumpet.
No. Keep
Duke
it
said-
back.
You said.
Duke said, good day, you beautiful people. Sorry I can't stay on. I'm teaching a sleep technician tonight. We'll catch up later. Excellent. Nice to speak to you.
Teaching a sleep technician.
We had a really good day. We had a really good day last week with Duke.
Yeah.
You did.
We came off the live and we watched an episode of Sharp in the Discord together.
And I've
Me
never
and Duke.
seen an episode before.
Me, Duke, John, and Tiff.
Yeah. It was
Which
great
one
fun.
did you watch?
Qualify.
The first episode.
Sharp's Rifles.
Excellent.
We're working our way through the series and then onto the films.
Yeah, because I love the
Yours
books.
and men. Well, I didn't choose you.
Yeah, that one.
Excellent.
You're more than welcome to join us if you want, Gary.
I will consider doing that. I've seen pretty much most of them several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're brilliant. Brilliant.
I've got the box set and I've got the films.
I like the detail in the uniforms that, in particular, that
Yeah.
someone actually spent a bit of time researching 95th Rifles uniforms.
Yeah.
You're well
Really
into it
putting
too.
nice little touches into the kit that made it look really good.
Yeah. And Sean Bean makes it through an entire series without dying.
Yeah.
Which is more than he did in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Or anything else.
Duke says,
He lasted quite a long time in the James Bond film.
Duke says, does your bug bite? Oh, does your dog bite?
Did your dog bite? That's my dog.
Brian says, that's not my dog.
No, it is a berm.
Tiff says, welcome, Brian.
Hi, Brian.
And Duke says, ha ha ha, Brian. And Brian says, kissy. Duke says, catch you later, guys. See you later,
Cheers,
Duke.
See you, Joe.
I do.
And Jim.
Your Grace.
Yeah. Don't open that.
Hey, Jim.
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
Hey, hello.
How you doing, fella?
I'm doing great, thanks. I was waiting to be introduced by our host, but I think he's locked.
He's not having a good day.
Well, that internet connection in Wales.
Oh, don't mention the war.
It was
Yeah,
more
I-
the internet,
I mentioned it once, but
the
I
internet
got
connection
away
to
with
his brain earlier on.
yes. Hey, Mikey.
Hi, Jim. I didn't even see you come on, mate, until you spoke, to be honest.
Oh,
looking
okay. That's all right. I saw you were locked for a moment, so I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, I was looking down, so I
Okey
didn't realize
dokey.
until I heard your voice. Sorry.
Yeah. So good
You know me,
morning.
I would
or
normally
I
welcome
would say good afternoon and good evening to everyone on the screen. I keep forgetting I'm the one in the morning hours.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be on for just a short today. I've got a dental appointment at 10 a.m. my time, which is right as your show wraps up. So I got to be out of here by 9:30. Thank goodness it's only a few blocks away, but I'm not looking forward to sitting in a dentist chair.
What a
I
weird
don't
time
think
for a
anybody
dental
does.
appointment.
I'm sorry, John. What'd you say?
It's a weird time for a dental appointment. Isn't it meant to be 2:30?
Well,
Ah.
Kyle, they
He's
asked,
here all week, guys.
yeah, they asked me if I wanted it earlier or later. I said, just let's get it done as soon as possible. So
This is a point where
I
Gary
do not
Evans
like
says, "Oh,
sitting in
stuff this.
chairs."
I'm out of here as well." This sense of humor sucked.
This is far too middle class. This is such lower class humor.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that because my old man was in the Royal Navy. I'd call it lower deck humour.
That's true.
Just spending too much time with the
That
ordinary
sounded like
people.
what's it called? Benny Was it Benny Hill? My old man. No, George Formby.
Turn that
My
nice
Old Man.
again.
Yeah. There's a song he did, My Old Man or something.
Lonnie Donegan did
Lonnie
My Old
Donegan
Man.
did My Old Man's a Dustman.
That's the one. That's
That
what
was
I'm
Lonnie
thinking of.
Donegan.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
Skiffle King.
Yeah.
Okay, so turned out nice again.
That's George Formby.
Yeah, okay. So that's why then Eric Idle says it at the end of his rendition of the
Yes.
Infinite Monkey Cage. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. Oh,
That's gone above and beyond me.
I'm aware of the
Tumble Weed has
podcast.
gone
I've
right
never
back.
actually listened to it.
it's a podcast about science with Brian Cox and somebody else.
Robin Ince.
Robin Ince. Yeah, it's very good. Now I'm sounding like an upper class toff, a chinless wonder.
No, education does not make you upper class. Trust me. Quite the reverse.
That explains politicians. Then.
Yeah.
You brought it
And
up. I
every
didn't.
group that you ever met.
Yeah. Notice we didn't say anything, did we, John?
No.
We didn't mention politics.
I didn't mention politics. I said that explains politicians.
It's close enough.
Mine are picky today.
Close enough for government work. Oh, bugger. I said government.
Government.
We shall be shot at dawn.
I was
We can
directed by
avoid
the
it.
Minky.
Don't tell him your name, Pike.
Duke says, "Good day, Jim. Catch you later."
Okay. See you, Duke.
And Malcolm says, "I unsubscribed so I could subscribe again. I also liked the video twice as we've got the Aussie Don on camera. So should I click the Australian like? No, we get enough of them."
Is that the
Yeah.
like button that's upside down?
Well,
No,
yeah.
not the Australian like. We don't like the Australian like.
No.
I was looking at the stats because I said the last Thursday one only got 2 likes after Jim had liked it. I looked at the stats on it properly, and it had 5 dislikes as well. So it had more dislikes than
really?
likes. Yeah,
Whoa.
we need to change that.
Well, that's
Oh,
too
yeah.
bad. I'd be curious to know what it was that caused them to dislike.
Well, yeah,
Well,
because
I clicked 4 of them.
And I did the other one.
Yeah, there we go.
there we go.
We're
There
all
we
accounted
are.
for.
Yes.
What's not to like?
Tish says space for one more on the panel if anyone wants to join in. Come on, Mr. Charles. If you're not working, join us.
I'm sure he is working.
It's bank holiday. Shouldn't be working.
It's
You might be
funny.
looking
Yes,
at
it's interesting. I just learned something about the bank holiday and how it applies in the UK. It's for England, Wales, Northern Ireland, but Scotland has their own schedule, I suppose.
Oh yeah, they do their own thing.
Yeah, they're just
Yeah.
traded the Scots.
Okay.
Talking
Yeah. I just learned that today, courtesy of the IMC. Jonathan Mock was doing a pop-up live this morning, and I wished him all a bank holiday, and he explained what I just mentioned. So it was a learning moment for myself,
All right.
the lone American on here.
Yeah. So, all right. So in Australia we call them public holidays.
Yeah, I think we should call them public holidays, to be honest.
All right. So say things like Memorial Day and all that in the US, Jim. What do you call them? Just days when nobody works. You don't call them bank holidays, do you?
No, we call them. They're called national holidays, and
National
there's about 5 or 6 on the calendar for everyone across the board. And we have one coming up next Monday, which is going to be the 2nd of September. It's Labor Day, and that happens every first Monday in September.
Everyone
and
goes into labor.
it's more or less like not weather-wise, but calendar-wise, it's considered the beginning of autumn here in the United States, when really the weather itself doesn't change until November now. But that is one of the national holidays on the calendar, which are expanding a little bit with, like, for instance, Martin Luther King is a national holiday now. I think that's the 20th of January. But there is a standard list. Like if I was, back in my working days at the job I was at, they would post the holidays at the beginning of the year when they came up and the dates, and New Year's, Christmas, so on, etc. But yeah, those are national holidays.
Okay, thank you.
Bank holiday used to everywhere shut because the banks were shut, so they had nowhere to put their money takings for the day.
Yeah, thanks, Mikey. I was going to ask where did that come from and the history behind it, because I'm always curious to know those things.
Yeah. Well, that's why the shops used to shut, but that's why the supermarkets don't really shut now, because everything's digital. It doesn't really matter.
It's quite funny. I was talking to Mikey before we came on air. my other grandson Owen has just started working. He's 16. He's just got an apprenticeship working where his dad works as a forklift truck engineer, and he can't get his head around the concept of he's at home today, but he's getting paid. He doesn't understand how public holidays work yet.
Well, welcome to the working world, young man, and you'll appreciate those as you age.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does some of them align with like the legal quarter days, where banks maybe would have shut for the day to do their quarterly accounts or something, do you think? Because I know they're like around Whitsun, around this time of year, Christmas. Maybe it's something to do. I know it's established by the Bank Holidays Act. I think it was 1871. There was another one in 1971, I think. But I just wonder if it's like the old days of like having to go through the accounts and check them every quarter.
Yeah. Probably.
Just a thought. Randomly. Could be talking complete nonsense as usual. Like and subscribe.
I don't think
this show is an educational thing, isn't it?
Steve says, hello, guys and girls. Hope you're all well.
Steve.
Hello, back. Steve.
Hello, Steve.
I know Steve. Tiff says, hey, Steve. Great work on that tiger tank. Looks awesome. Mr. Charles says, I am indeed working. Sorry.
Ooh.
We'll let you off then.
But he is going on holiday later on this week.
Yes. Get. Tiff says, the Scots do have a bank holiday today. Only know this because Sonic has his kids over.
Okay. Where's my photo etch bending jig?
Yes, I've sorted that part out that you kindly informed me what it was, and bloody hell, they picked their moment to get you to put that in. That could have done that earlier. It would have been a lot easier.
Yeah.
So which bit?
That's the one tricky bit, I think.
Yeah, it's actually. Hang on, where's me buttons gone? Oh no, mother. Oh, there they are. So, what I've had to do is you see this part in here, there you go, there, the little sticky up bit. I've had I've had to manipulate that in amongst all of that, when quite honestly it would have been easier to put it on right at the beginning. Yeah,
but that's why you read ahead.
And in the meantime, I've knocked this little part off, so I've got to put that back on. But that's not a problem.
Jim says, "Hello, Steve." And Dances is back in. He says, "Good luck afternoon."
Dances.
He says, "Next one."
And just for you, Jim, Benji's in the garden.
All right, good old Benji.
Dan says, "Hi, Tiff, Steve, Jim, and Mikey." Hello, Dances.
Hello, Dances.
He says, "Hello to Malcolm and Duke." Duke's just gone because he's working.
Yep.
He just popped in to say hello.
Did I see right on the Discord over the weekend, Steve is dropping out of the hobby?
Unfortunately, it would appear so.
I'm sorry to hear that. Steve, mate, give yourself a break. Take some time away. Get yourself a nice, simple kit and try it again. I'd hate to see someone leave the hobby. It's meant to be a hobby. So, I'm just making a personal plea to you. I've never met you personally, but I like you, and I hope that you'll give yourself some time away from it and come back with maybe a refreshed view on it. Just give something very, very basic a try. I mean, even a Lego or a Warhammer figure or something like that. Anything. Just give it a whirl.
Don't tell Warhammer people that Warhammer's basic.
Well, if I
lose that
marble, I apologize, but nonetheless, my point being is that oh wow, there it is, Gary.
Tiff says, "Hey, dances," and I think Malcolm needs to put his glasses back on because he says, "Hi, dances with avocados."
Either that or it's the autocorrect.
It's dances with aardvarks, Malcolm.
Maybe it's a fantasy.
But from the way things have gone so far today, you could be right.
Wow.
My excuse is I'm on the backup account, which is why I didn't realize everything wasn't set up for this. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it.
Right.
Tiff says, "Be right back. Cat is caught in a bag."
Oh, blimey.
Okay.
It's not going in a river, is it, Tiff?
I was going to say, chuck it in the canal, quick.
We do not condone such practices on this channel.
No,
Harry
that's
may,
only
but
when
we
we
do
go
not.
off here.
Timothy says, "Triggered me, Jim."
Hey, Timbo.
Tiff says, "I'm a Warhammer person, and I think they're pretty simple, to be honest."
Well, may I ask oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Dancy says, "Avocados would have been my second choice." And Malcolm says, "Avocado, aardvark, tomato."
Let's call the whole thing off.
Yeah.
No, my question is, Warhammer, are they figures that come assembled, or do you have to assemble them and then paint them?
Oh no, you got to at least put 5 pieces together.
Yeah, you have to assemble them, but yeah, they're pretty easy to put together.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to offer some encouragement to Steve. My best friend who lives upstairs from me, he's going to get back. He's going to get back into the hobby after almost a year off, and he's even got a kid he wants to start on, but he hasn't done it yet. I keep giving him these gentle nudges because we have our workbenches over here to my right together. And anyway, I just like to see other people's work. It inspires me, and the more the merrier. So.
Yeah, I'm actually working some
Just want to read this message out from Steve, guys. Steve says, "Yes, Jim, have already sold my compressor and spray booth. I'm just not having any fun at all. I hope to still hang around the streams at times if Mikey's okay with that. But of course you are. You are more than welcome.
Oh yeah,
stay on the Discord welcome. If you want.
Yeah.
Always welcome. Jeez.
Yeah.
If you want to stay on the Discord, stay on the Discord and just chat with the guys.
Yeah, please.
I know you enjoy seeing other people's work.
Yes, I agree.
We're not going to kick you out just because you don't like modeling, dude.
Yeah.
So, Modmin, you'll be pleased to know that Timothy Evans, one of the viewers, is he's into Warhammer and all that stuff as well. And I have one of his bits of thing here.
Ah. Excellent.
Ooh, put that on big screen. Big screen it. Big screen. I'll do it.
Oh, there we go.
Wow.
Oh, there we go.
God, blimey, that's nice.
I know, he's good,
Even got my name on it.
Kind of looks like a slot machine.
Does that say Morris or Mortis?
Mortis.
Oh, right.
Tomato.
Yeah.
The
mortis the merrier.
Isn't that, yeah, he's bloody good. And some of his other work is outstanding. I asked if he could, I think I bought this and said, can you paint up for me? And he did it free of charge and everything else. And now it has pride of place here because it's bloody awesome. So him and his brother are well into it and they're partners.
Does that mean that's going to be one of our bills for a future series?
Oh, God. I don't know if I could do it, but yes, I'll be willing because I've not done one. Well, no.
We've got the next
Tim will tell you that
so
years ago, I built just one Warhammer thing. It was a guy, what do they call it? Marine?
Space Marine.
Space Marine sitting on a bike. But I painted up as Ozcam, like our army sort of camouflage. And gave it to Tim, like when he was a
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
have you seen it?
a little boy.
Have you
and
seen the
that was
film
his-
that's going to be coming out, Tiff?
Timothy mentioned that in the comments, John.
Yes.
Oh, did he?
Um,
And that was
Biker
his
Mice from
introduction to
Mars.
modelling, and now he does it. So good on him.
They're making a Biker Mice from Mars movie. That's going to be so cool.
Can I just ask why?
Because it was cool
Can I just ask
back in
what?
the 90s
A
when we were growing
biker-
up.
What?
Biker Mice from Mars.
Biker mice
They're-
from
they're-
Mars.
I don't know whether he's in chat. He said he might be this afternoon. But Rory Brown, bless him, he does a lot of Warhammer stuff, and he was showing us something the other day where he'd scanned his face, 3D scanned his face, and he made him 3D modelled a Space Marine with Rory's face, with his own face on it, and it was absolutely brilliant.
I like that.
And then he made Gary look about 10 years younger.
Yeah, and about 10 stone lighter.
Hmm.
I wasn't going to say that, but he did.
I was very proud of him. Very proud of him.
some more comments.
Tiffany says, "You're always welcome here, Steve."
Yep.
Absolutely.
You always are. Yes, sir.
Steve says, "Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate that." And dances with vegetables.
Avocados.
The skill needed
Anti-poo.
for the skill needed for Warhammer models is all in the painting. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
It's a skill I'd love to learn.
Yeah. Well,
No.
we'll learn it over time. Steve says, "Thank you. You're so kind." You're welcome.
Models for
Plastic
Heroes.
monkey.
Sorry.
Sorry. Go on.
No, you carry on, and I'll do it when you've finished that bit.
Just come out with it.
Well, all right then, fair enough. Models for Heroes are offering figure painting sessions with Rob Herring, who's a very good figure painter. Unfortunately, it's in the evenings, and my body shuts down at about 5 o'clock, so I can't participate. But
I am.
you can learn a hell of a lot from that guy.
Yes.
Yeah, I've gracefully declined an offer to join because it'll be on at 3 or 4 a.m. here. So, yeah, nah.
Well, you can always catch
Mind
up
you,
on the
that's
YouTube
gym
videos.
times. Yeah, I guess you're right. But I'm also conscious of the fact that I'm not entitled to anything from Models for Heroes because I'm in a different country
And you're a volunteer.
and I'm a
Yes.
volunteer. And that's obviously, why it's not why I do it to get free stuff. But you know that.
Well, yeah. I mean, we were suspicious, like, but yeah. Plastic Monkey says, "Afternoon, Steve."
Mr.
And
Plastic.
Tim said, "They can be as simple or as complex as you make them. I've been painting since John first gave me a Space Marine he painted when I was a wee lad."
Here you go. I couldn't see that comment. Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's nice because you inspired someone to take up the hobby.
I did. He told me when he told me, I was just like, "Wow, that's awesome."
Yeah. Steve says, "Hi, monkey. Dance, monkey, dance, monkey, dance." Tim says, "I was like 13 when I did that. I need to send you a new one, John."
You
Yeah.
said that when you were 13.
Wow, that's very good work, Timothy
Yeah.
He's very-
Evans.
Yeah. And Dancy says, "I think I remember the basics of finger painting from primary school." That's about the right for my painting. My spraying's getting better, but my brush painting isn't.
Well, I've stumbled upon a couple of techniques I learned courtesy, again, the wonderful world of the internet introduces me to other modelers and different techniques. And one of them, I'm not saying he invented them, but one of them I got from Uncle Nightshift was the glazing method of going with thin coats over a base layer.
Yeah.
And building it up slowly and doing the shadowing in the same way and the highlighting. And it's really turned around my figure painting. Uniforms, very good, very much improved. Faces, still, just not there.
Skin tones is hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah, can't seem to capture the right look of a flesh tones.
Yeah, mine all looks completely stoned out the red.
War? What war? What do
Yeah.
you mean?
You want to see my Owen Rommel? Woohoo.
Oh, the one you were painting, that big scale Tamiya figure you had?
Yeah, the 1/16th one.
Okay.
He's up on the shelf.
All right.
Where are we up to with the chat? Oh yeah, we've done it. Excellent. Makes a
Okay,
change.
on the subject of being stoned out of your head, how was your bike ride, Jim?
Yesterday, very good. I started early, like a good alcoholic. And like the major, Faulty would say after talking to him, well, he started early.
Yeah.
I hit the road like around 6 o'clock, 6:30, just the sun's coming up, because we're in a pretty bad pattern of weather now for it looks like the rest of the week. I mean, today it's going to be 34 Celsius with extreme humidity. So we're under these heat advisories every day. And so I knew I wanted to get out early. And so I did. I put about 35 miles on, and I looked like I took a swim when I got home. The humidity was so dense in the morning hours when I ride. Holy moly. But it is peaceful out there.
Nice.
It is very quiet, and I like it. And so once I got in, that was it for my physical activity for the day.
I'm not surprised. Hey, it's time to work.
Cripes.
Malcolm says, playing 40k improved my basic math skills, having to add 12d6 for artillery barrages.
Is that a military
Play the
thing?
game.
Yeah.
No, that's actually playing like the 40k game, Warhammer game.
Ah, okay.
So there's a couple of different. There's 40k, there's Age of Sigmar, really it.
Okay, all right. Yes.
They have like Middle Earth and stuff like that. So they actually have like Lord of the Rings models and stuff.
Yeah, it's fantastic work. I always stop and look. It's just gobsmacking. Some of the things that people can do.
Yeah, I mean, the only issue I've got was actually I don't actually play like the Warhammer games because as soon as you learn the rules for one, they bring out a whole new rule book, and the old ones are just
irrelevant.
So the reason I collect the models and that is because I actually enjoy, I actually like the look of them, and I enjoy painting them.
Well, who doesn't?
I mean, if you just want to do a Warhammer model in the future, I've actually got one in mind for you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Gary, Posh Gary.
Uh-huh.
I figured I'd qualify the
The
person I'm trying to gain attention to. I noticed you're using the kit decals. How are they behaving?
No, these are this is a Caracal models set.
Okay.
An aftermarket set.
I see. All right.
So the ones from the kit were shot completely, and I just thought, you know what, I'm so behind on so many projects. I'll just get some modern decals for it and
Good idea.
it up. But the kit's lovely. This old Matchbox kit is really nice.
Yeah, I've been following that on your channel, and I'll tell you what, that brings back some memories seeing that. But I built the monogram kit of that same model, the prototype A10, and it was a pretty good model for the day. That was in the mid to late, something like 1979. I bought it and built it. So, but yeah, I saw the decal, so I thought you'd somehow made the kit decals work, because I remember those Matchbox decals. They weren't very good when they were new, as I remember.
No, not terribly good. No.
They were kind of hit and miss.
Well, I have done a little barbershop probe for the nose as well.
Oh, nice.
Nice. The pillow probe,
yeah, for the front. What I did have a bit of a problem with, and this is where thinking occasionally, it's a rare thing for me, but actually thinking about something, and B, thinking that maybe original instructions aren't that great, is I put this kit together. Now, you look at that from a basic physics point of view. You know that the wheels are here, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Lots of plastic, not very much plastic. You can kind of see where I'm going.
Yeah.
It doesn't mention nose weights anywhere in the instructions. So I
No.
stupidly thought, I'll stick to the instructions. I won't put any nose weights in.
Okay.
Not great.
I see.
So what I had to do, around about here, I used the razor saw to cut either side here, following like where the panel lines come down from the top, and then cut along this sort of almost squared off edge at an angle.
Yeah.
So that panel off, put 25 grams of weights in, put the panel back in, and then sanded it down. It's like it was never there. It's grand, but that took so much time to do.
Okay.
So look, I've learned the lesson: never trust Matchbox. If it's got a nose wheel, it's going to need weights. End of story. I think.
Yeah, I used to add fishing weights is what I used to add, and I took it for granted that every one of those tricycle landing gear models would need it. So, John.
Look at that, John. Nice.
Wow.
Where's his... Yes. 1970s porn star.
Right. Yeah. I don't know what I like more, the airplane or your mustache.
So here's the thing. Maybe this is another educational point. So you've seen the the Biggles, all those sort of like Air Force sort of moustaches. How they have the bit of wax and all that sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the reason why. This is a lesson for everybody. So in the British Army and Air Force, well, now you can have beards and everything else, but and obviously we then followed suit. You can grow a moustache, but it's not allowed to go past the corner of your lip downwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why it goes. You could have it as far out as you want horizontally. It can't go past the corner of the lip. The American Air Force, they can grow a moustache, but it's not allowed to go past the corner of the lip vertically.
Okay.
So they're always upset that we can sort of do that. All the Americans were just like, oh shit, man, I just want to be able to grow one of them, because their rules, they cut it off that way. We cut it off.
Right. Yeah.
Looks like Thomas Magnum's granddad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, cool. This gives you an idea how tall they are. I mean,
Yes.
Oh,
that's
massive,
another
isn't
shot there. So
Yes.
I'm 6 foot tall, and it's the base of the aircraft is like the canopy's a long way up.
Yep.
They're a big plane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, back to this here ambulance.
Yeah.
Is that an ICM kit, Gary?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's a very, very nice one too. Now, I'm doing the French one, which is the blue. This one here.
Yes.
One which is in blue. Now, if you were doing the US Army one, which is the green one, it says all of the chassis is olive green.
Yeah.
Everything's olive green. But obviously, this is going to be blue, but it doesn't give me a color for the chassis.
Right. The chassis would have been the same color as it came out of the factory, so it probably would have been green. Because when they got sent over there, they came from America. So they would have painted them green and then just painted whatever colors, national colors were on the side panel.
But the chassis would be green, as it
Most
says.
likely, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you very much.
Oh, it wants me to put those wing nuts on.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the small details, John.
Mr. Charles says Tom Selleck has let himself go.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Jim says Biggles dictates a letter.
That's a reference to a
Monty Python
sketch.
Yeah.
Steve says I would love to ride in that bird.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I hear you, Steve. So would I.
That was a bloke. Oh, the plane. Oh, sorry, my mistake.
Hi-oh.
Just because it's legal doesn't make it compulsory.
Well, don't be afraid
Even
of
if you are
love.
Australian.
Yeah, if it doesn't
Just
do.
remember what Lord Flashheart said about always treat your kite like you treat your woman.
Yeah. Get inside her 5 times a day and take it
Take
ahead.
it to heaven and back. You mean take her around to meet mom and dad?
All right, might as well give this a go.
All right, folks, I got to boot off. I got to get myself ready for my wonderful experience of being in a dental chair. I can't help but think of the Marathon Man every time I'm there. So I'm gonna head off now and say thanks again for having me, and have a great rest of your. Well, I'll be watching, but thanks for having me on, and I'll see you Thursday.
Yep. See you
No,
later.
And I hope your dentist. I hope your dentist isn't.
Okay, guys,
Steve
take
Martin.
care, everyone. Modman, Gary,
Ta-da.
John, Mikey,
Catch you later.
and to all in
See you
our
later.
audience. Bye for now. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bloody
Do, 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 do.
Boom. Well, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wing nuts.
9 wing nuts. And in a minute, there will be 8 as one pings off across the garage floor, never to be seen again. Pings into another time zone.
Steve says, I just knew someone would drop their mind into the gutter.
I'll have you know, Mr.
Welcome
Steve,
to the Three Veterans.
my mind is always in the gutter and very rarely gets to come out.
Yeah.
Well, how do you do? That's going mental.
Oops.
She's chasing a toilet roll tune.
Oh, okay. Well, why not? That's what makes it happy. Crack on.
Yeah. Crusty bit. Oh, hang on. Angus onus, unus momentus, por favor.
Speaking of which, I just listened to the latest episode of Roll Britannia, and that sort of stuff is in it. But you'll have to catch up.
Yeah, I'm near the end of it. I didn't listen to it last night.
I haven't listened to it for a couple of weeks, you know. Don't know why.
Well, I've been very interested in listening to We Have Ways of Making You Speak at the moment because they're doing about Burma in the 40s.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell you. Did
And
you
they're
know
doing the Battle of the Admin Box? So
He-
say again.
Al Murray is doing a meet and greet and talk in Chester? You pay 35 quid for a ticket and you get a free signed copy of the hardback of his new book.
Oh, when's that?
September next month.
Oh,
I'll find it and send you a link.
okay.
Oh, bugger.
Because you got to book it through a bookshop.
Right, okay. Very, very knowledgeable man.
Yeah.
And an avid modeler.
He is
Yes.
indeed. I think he's an avid.
He does AFVs, doesn't he? And
He does.
tanky
He's,
things.
yeah.
He's a man of impeccable taste.
He is.
I think from what I remember, I think he was doing one of every type of Sherman. He just did a Sherman, and then he thought, well, I might as well keep going. And I gotta love that, you know, that will to be a completist. I think we can all relate to that in a way.
Malcolm says, if you go, wear your M4H badge. I don't have one.
I will, Malcolm.
I have a Friends of Models for Heroes t-shirt, though.
Oh, I should get one of those. Can I get a Beard Veteran Creates beard? Is that a thing? Like, do you do them?
I'm sure you can make yourself one, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe a merkin? I don't know.
Oh, dear.
One year, Al Murray was at Telford, John.
Telford? Where's that?
Where you're not going this November.
Yeah.
Where I am going.
Me too.
Yes. We're all going.
Oh,
Shame on you, John.
here's the thing. You know that that Hercules function I mentioned at the start of this episode.
Yes.
So I was sitting there with my mates. Didn't have any yak as you do. Anyway, I heard a voice and I looked over and I said, "Is that blah blah blah? Is that my friend Spock?" I said, "Is that Bronny? Is that Spock's wife?" And everyone's saying, "Oh, I don't know. I don't know Spock's wife and all that sort of stuff." Anyway, I thought, well, I need to go and sort of visit the toilet and break the seal and all that sort of stuff because all I could see was the back of her head. So I said to the guys, look, I'll walk past, and when I come back, that means I can have a look at her face and see if it is her. Anyway, while I was walking back, she looked up and saw me, ran across, gave me a huge hug, and then she grabbed me by the hand and took me through the rest of the hotel. And all the guys were just going, "What the hell? What's going on?" Anyway, so Spock was down a couple of doors down. He was ordering his dinner. And she took me down there, but he had gone by then. Anyway, she called him. He came back, sat down. The first thing he said to me is he was the sergeant when I first left recruit training, and then did my initial course. I wanted to go Hercules because that's where everything happens. And he was my first sergeant, and I was an AC. And we're still great mates. He sat down next to me. The first thing he said is, "I watch your show. I watch Bearded Veteran and the three veterans and all that sort of stuff."
Brilliant! Wow,
Fantastic.
Yeah.
that's
I
brilliant.
was just like, really? Why?
Well, welcome, Spock, if you're watching.
Yeah.
It sounds like he will. I think he watches it, not live because he still works. But yeah, it was great. We had a great conversation about modelling and stuff. He showed me his stash. So years ago, I went around to his place, as you do, and he had a FX model of the Victory on his mantelpiece. And I fell in love with it. So I had to build my own. And then, of course, I fell in love with you build a model of a thing, you fall in love with that thing. And I haven't let the Victory go. I still love it. So he helped me find wooden ships. He was building a couple of those, Le Hazard, Le Renard, the Helen, San Francisco, and I gave that a go because he introduced me to it. So I guess we've got each other to thank for the hobby. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And
That's
if you
pretty cool.
are watching this, a very 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 friendly welcome to you, Spock.
Yeah. I so want to say live long and prosper, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Brian has asked if he can plug the book that his brother has written about their uncle during World War II. Of course you can.
Of course you can. Tell us
the
about it.
title.
Love anything like that.
Dances with Aardvark says, I think they're Life of Brian Surplus Beards.
Are there any women here?
No.
And I said, go for it, Brian. And Brian says, it's a great read, but I'm biased. Jim says, I've been following the We Have Ways series of chats about Burma too, Gary. Great stuff, learning much about General William Slim.
Yeah, Bill Slim from Birmingham.
Brian says it's called Our Boy. It's on Amazon, and see comment above. It's about his uncle. Yeah.
I shall make
Very
a point
good.
of looking out for that.
Yeah. Tempted to try and get one of those tickets for that Al Murray thing. But I've just spent 50 quid on a theatre ticket.
I'll have to see when it is because I am away in September.
Yeah. You can have an M4H night out. I think these will work well.
I had this is just a. Oh, it's not a worry, but it's just a quick thing. I was doing a thing as an exercise. My first exercise, actually. It took me 18 and a half years to take part in an exercise. No joke. It was in Philippines, and we were with the American Marines and the US Air Force, right? And we were delayed getting out of there, so like the exercise had finished, but we were all waiting for the transport to get home. And the song in my head that I couldn't stop singing to myself, because we're all just sitting in the hangar out of the sun because it's in the tropics. And yeah, the song in my head was Harry is to the left of me, A10's to the right, and I'm stuck in the hangar with dudes.
Steelers wheel.
Tiff
Stuck in the
says,
middle.
Mm-hmm.
Brian, is it by Graham? And Mr. Charles says, Mikey, I dreamt about a sick bronze dragon last night. It was an interesting session. I was telling Gary before we came on here. I was telling Temu Gary about it last night. It certainly got lively at some points. Brian says, yes, Tiffany.
Always a Cold War, always a cold streamer. Well, that looks like a good read, actually. The Battles of the Rhineland and Northwest Germany in 1945. I bet that's a good read.
Mm. Marion, he's on AliExpress again.
I'm not. I'm not. Shut up.
Every time.
You're lucky. I wanted me to come up and slide a picture under the camera.
What?
Just in your shorts.
Yeah. Let's traumatize the audience.
Oh, she's looking at. Oh, Kerry Ann's looking at old photos downstairs, and apparently she's found a picture of me in the old shorts. But, no, the last time we did photos on here, someone complained.
Yes, but that person's not here now. Oh, they are.
Yeah, but we had 4
Oh
complaints last
God,
time.
she's running up the stairs.
We'll put it on big screen. Oh, we can hear her giggling.
Hang on.
You have to focus the camera, Gary.
I hope no one's eaten.
I hope no one's eaten.
It's going to be like watching the Olympics. Everyone pointing and saying, "Is that a scrotum?"
I know.
No, not zoom it in. Focus it. There you go. My God, that's Gary before he had the belly. He still had his porn star tash though.
That was 40 years ago in September.
Bloody hell! And you had hair.
Wow.
Yeah. Full Buffon boy.
Yeah. Bloody hell.
It's all the bleh noise in the background that makes me laugh.
You know, you wanted me to help you tomorrow, Kerry Ann. Stick it.
Stick it.
They're horrible.
Tiff says, great, I'll grab the link for it and post it in the chat. The book she's on about, not Gary and his
I
budgie
am
smuggler.
seriously considering investing in that. Although I was one of these people where I used to do all my reading led in bed of an evening.
In comic books?
But unfortunately, I can't do that anymore.
Oh, has Marion vetoed it?
No. Once I've got all my clobber on that keeps me alive at night, I can't actually see much.
Dancy says, hope you don't find any pics in the budgie smugglers.
Oh, no. Or my mankini. Still got that. Still fits.
That's traumatizing. Jim says, those shorts were standard apparel for the day. Do you remember, Gary Evans, you might remember this, the running shorts were issued in the forces?
Oh, Jesus, yes.
Them bloody ridiculous hot pant things.
Oh, they were tight.
Oh.
Yeah.
They were unpleasant.
Speak for yourself, big boy.
The only time I wore them was in basic training. After that, I just chucked them in the cupboard and just wore me normal shorts.
Nobody wore them again.
Yeah. And the Silver Shadow trainers.
Silver Shadow. Well,
all right. We know you had Nikes, Gary.
No. When I joined up, you didn't get trainers. You got blimp soles.
Yeah, we had
I don't know what that is.
And attending mandatory PT during basic training. You know, all the bloody physical training instructors thought they were God's gift, and he was almost like, you know, things saying with a jump, feet together, place.
Oh, it's the same. It was the same in the RF then, the PTIs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Jim said, "Nice mustache, Gary."
Yeah, that was a proper magnum. That was.
Yeah, Brian said, we followed his journey across the Rhineland and Germany, battles he took part in, his involvement in the discovery of the death camp, and his eventual death in the hospital back in England. Oh,
Well, that's a shame he didn't survive.
The woman I'm making this diorama for, her granddad was one of the first people into Bergen-Belsen.
Yeah.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah. But that was completely by chance as well, because he was actually with the 53rd Division, but his vehicle broke down, so he had to hide in a farm, and the farmers kept him hidden until the next Allied column came along. So they joined the Allied column, and then that column found Bergen-Belsen. Malcolm says Burt Reynolds has let himself go.
Yeah, that's when, in the days when I looked more like Smokey. Now, the Bandit. Now I look more like Smokey.
Yeah. Tiff says, I do apologize, but the link is too long for the chat. I will post it in Discord for anyone interested in purchasing it. Yeah.
Thank you. That'd be great.
You can also put the Discord link in the chat if you want, Tiff. Yeah. More people, the better. As long as you're a decent person and we get on with you, you'll be fine. Brian says, at the age of 19, my nan never recovered from it. Do you know what? It's funny you should say that, because my nan, who passed away in 2010, when she died, she still had the letters from when my granddad was doing his national service. And my granddad died when my mum was 4 years old.
Oh.
Shit.
He died, he was driving a wagon, and there's a swing bridge that goes over the River Mersey, and he was driving it at night, and he didn't realise the swing bridge was open. And then by the time he'd realised, it was too late, and he went straight off into the river. And it took him like a week to get the wagon and him out.
Wow.
Because it was back in the early 60s. But she kept his letters from when they were courting. When he was in Hong Kong.
Nice.
The national service. Yep. Next one. Next one. Cure. Brian says, thanks, Tiff. Search for Our Boy on Amazon.
Yeah, right.
Tiff says,
Nope.
Done, and post it in the Discord.
I will definitely be purchasing that.
Brian says Bergen-Belsen was where he was. Oh, they might have met then. That's interesting. Yeah.
So the inside of this
ambulance
is the same color on the inside as it is on the outside.
Is it?
Yeah.
I did the inside of mine white.
No, I just looked on ScaleMates, and there's someone has done this very kit and has done it in the French version.
Yeah.
And the inside is blue.
Yeah.
What I might do is I might do the floor a different color.
Well, yeah, because the floors
floor
were
would be wood.
Well, the panels were wood as well, but the floor there they just kept clean, wouldn't they? They wouldn't have bothered painting it.
Right.
Yeah. Brian says Bergen. Sorry. Yeah. Not Bergen as in the rucksack. Tiffany says posted the Discord link.
She's good at this, isn't she?
It's that one that she just flashed up then. The one that ends with ZS. That's the invite link. Discord. You want to join it? Jim says, sad ending for the gallant soldier Brian. 21st Army Group had a real slogfest fighting through the Reichswald and other areas in northern Germany. Indeed. Malcolm says, have to roll. See you, boys and girls. Thank you for the company. All right, boss.
Thanks.
See you later.
Thanks for dropping in. Always appreciate your company.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks, Malcolm.
We shall give you the salute later. Tiff says, be right back. Phone call. And Jim says, have a great day, Malcolm. Brian said, I believe when Bergen-Belsen was discovered, they asked anyone in the vicinity to come out and help out. Yes. Indeed. Oh, actually, Brian, I'll tell you what I did find the other day when I was doing research for this diorama from a friend. I found an audio recording of the major who was one in the first group that went into Bergen-Belsen, and he describes what they saw and everything.
Just immediately, my mind went to faulty towers. Sorry. Yeah, that's a more
Don't make
serious
fun
topic.
of death camps, dude.
No,
That's right.
that's not my intention. No,
He's
it's not.
not.
But it's just because I remember reading in Wings on My Sleeve, the Eric Winkle Brown's book about what he achieved, and his chapter there about Bergen-Belsen is it's harrowing. Like it's just terrible, absolutely awful.
This audio recording, it's one that was done by, I think, Imperial War Museum. Well, I've got the link to it. So, yeah. It's interesting to listen to. It's quite horrific. Like.
I've just stabbed myself with my tweezers.
Yay! It's not me this time.
Oh, what a silly old Hector.
Yeah. Yeah, I can post that link in the Discord actually, so that people can listen to it if they want. So, but just be warned, it is a little bit of a tearjerker.
Hey, with the catch up for the Herc thing the other day, one of the guys was like, oh, do you have any kids? Because I haven't seen this guy in 25 years or so. Actually, not that long, but I said, yeah, I've got 4. And he said, 4? Yeah. He goes, right. He said, are you currently working? I said, well, no, I'm not. I'm retired, like on a pension. I told him about my back and all that sort of stuff like that. He goes, right. He said, like, yeah. Mm-hmm. I said, why'd you ask if I was working? He said, well, it sounds like you'd have trouble pulling out of the driveway.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to send you the link to that recording. Could you possibly post it for me? I'll send it.
Yes.
Thank you. Sent it to you.
I got it. You
Wow.
posting it in the YouTube chat, yeah?
Yeah.
It's gone very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I overstepped the line again.
No, you didn't.
What was interesting?
Brian said that would be interesting. I'll pass it on to my brother. Well, Tish just posted the link, so after the show, or if you're bored with us, you can always go and listen to it. It is quite
Bored with us?
Well, you know,
Bored with us?
like
Yeah.
John says, I'm frequently amazed that anyone wants to watch us.
Yes. Feel free to dislike and unsubscribe.
No, please don't.
Oh, sorry, it's not my channel.
You do you.
Yeah. Feel free to get yourself kicked off the channel. John.
Well, I'm surprised I'm still here.
I am at the minute.
You've done nothing wrong.
I love you, but you're still a twat.
Oh,
You're a twat, but you're our twat.
oh well. Thanks.
Thanks, I think.
So this is going to be a test.
Of the IDF alarm system.
Oh my god.
Sorry, what? Flashback.
Stand by for broadcast from air traffic control. This is a test of the station crash alarm. No action is to be taken. Every morning, 8 o'clock on the dot.
And they still.
End of test, end of broadcast.
We used to have a test of the IDF alarm system. It was brilliant.
IDF?
Indirect fire.
Okay.
When we're in the COB in Basra.
All right. So yeah, the one where I was in Qatar, they call it the giant voice, the one that
Yeah.
goes everywhere, and they'd test that on I think at 11 a.m. Wednesdays, and then
Yeah.
one day they turned it on to test it, and they couldn't turn it off for 3 days. It was so annoying, so annoying.
When it finally stopped, did you think, shit, I've gone deaf?
Oh my god, yeah. It was again interesting. Like on the way back, from the thing, Steve Brown, like my mate, we were just yakking, and he said, like, he's talking to a guy, telling a couple of stories, as you do, because that's what you do. And this other guy said, you should write a book. And I said, yeah, like we've all got the memories, but then it's a 2-hour drive home. So during the drive, I was just telling him a couple of stories and all that sort of stuff. And he said, it's you that should write the book. No, I don't want to do that because it'll just sound like someone complaining. And I certainly don't want to do that. I'd rather people join up and
Because
have
John
as much
doesn't want
fun
to be
in the
thought of as
military.
complaining.
No. No. But that A10's looking great, Gary.
Yeah, I've been watching him studiously doing his decals or decals or whatever you call them, what part of the world you're in.
Dirkles. We call them stickers.
Yeah. Dirkles. Right, so.
Yeah. When we were in Iraq, we were on the vehicle park. Me and my mate's fixing a Land Rover. And they've been skimming the road next to the vehicle park because getting rid of all the wet sand off it. So between the actual ground level and the road, there was like a 1.5 foot drop. And right on the edge of the road on the opposite side was a portaloo. And we saw this RMP guy, military police guy, go in there to go to the toilet. And then it came over the town like, there will now be a test of the IDF alarm system. No action is to be taken.
Yeah.
Next minute, the IDF alarm comes off, and all we saw was this military police guy dive out of the toilet head first, not realizing that there's a 1.5 foot drop. So he fell flat on his face with his trousers and his boxers around his ankles in his wet mud.
Wow.
And we just stood there laughing our heads off. We were like, why are you two not getting down? Like, it's just a test of the system. And he's like, oh, for God's sake. It's so funny. Right mid-drop, I think he was as well.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah. Just safety.
Yeah.
I think any delivery
how we
over
love
20
Hey,
grams
Mr.
has to be loaded
Charles
by
has
hand.
got, but I'm painting the underneath of this ambulance.
Ambulance.
He would be most disappointed in you, Gary. You shall lose your position in the M4H world if you do that.
Will I do this? Yeah, might well. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 little sort of like retention clips that go around an axe. Huh. They must be small. So let's see.
So how are you getting on, Posh Gary? Always muted himself. Everyone's very small in this screen, aren't they? There you go. Let's make us bigger.
Yeah.
And we have a new background.
Yeah. I'm going to make us bigger. 2 seconds. Everyone's frightfully small. Do you like the new background? Is it colourful enough?
Answers in the comments.
There you go.
It's a bit pastely, if you ask me.
Yeah. It's meant, like I say, it's meant to be the Creative Fridays theme, wasn't it? Because I didn't realise I hadn't swapped it.
Oh yeah, because you had that little bit of a panic at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
I forgot. You're funny.
Which was the best part of the show so far.
Yeah, the rest of it's been crap, John.
So
we were grease laughing, me and John.
We're down to 4 people. That's how bad the session's gone.
So Temu, Gary, you put on FaceTube earlier on that you had a good idea this morning. Have you continued to have a good day? Or was
I've
it
had a
just
very
like-
good day. I fixed our central heating boiler.
Oh,
I then had a good idea, but I can't remember what it is now. But Marion said it was a good idea, so
oh wow!
that's
Did it
praise from
involve
upon high.
cheeseburgers?
That was a praise. That was praise from upon high.
Oh, God bless.
Then I fixed a shelf in the cupboard in my man cave that was collapsing.
Oh,
Then I went through a load of old paperwork and did some shredding. Oh yeah, it's been a very productive day, and I will be honest, I'm starting to get tired now.
fair enough.
So, but I've done some more work on the ambulance, and I am absolutely loving it.
Has it been a hard day's night, is it, Gary?
Yeah,
You've been working like a dog?
yeah. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log.
Yeah.
But when I get home to you,
Ain't you
you
lovely?
know, the things that you do
Oh,
will make me feel all right.
matron.
Just all right.
Oh, matron.
No.
He's unmuted himself.
Yeah, sorry, I had a pond emergency to deal with.
Oh,
As you do.
Hey,
As you
did you flush twice?
There's always one, and it's always John.
I had to get on the phone quickly to the local waterworks to tell them there was a double header on its way.
The great white coming down. Maria couldn't restart the pond pump, so I had to go and do that.
You have a pond?
We do. Well, about 1,500 gallons, I guess. So
Oh.
about maybe 10 foot long and about 4 foot across.
Oh.
And some fish and stuff in it. You know.
So I thought you were suitably impressed with my fire pit. Now I'm impressed that you have a pond.
Oh yeah, Maria loves the pond.
Was there some training involved?
In which bit? Digging it?
You
Operating
know,
it?
the Pond Institute that I keep on hearing about on TV. Oh,
Not really.
no, that must be an ad that never made it to the UK. Because,
Yeah.
like, you know, Pond's soap, like the brand of, like, you know,
All right. Yeah.
toiletries and
Yeah.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. There's an ad that was like, here at the Ponds Institute, and it's just like these people poring over all these sort of drawings and stuff of you know how you see the guy from the Lindt chocolate things who's the chef's hat and he's got these he's lovingly
Oh yeah.
making this little tiny chocolate one of
Master
40 million.
Chocolatier.
Yeah, one of them. So yeah, the Ponds Institute is a bit of a laughing stock in Australia because everyone's just
Okay.
going, really? They just churn the stuff out industrially.
It's bloody soap. Get over it. No, it was one of those situations where you got something electrical, it's not working, so switch it off, wait, and switch it back on again. Hey presto, it worked first time.
Yeah.
So
I'm
now the Ponds genius, and I'm rewarded with a Tim Tam. Yay!
God bless you.
Dark chocolate one.
Yeah, they're not bad, eh?
Yeah, the caramel ones though. Oh my god, they're good.
Yeah, but salted caramel is nothing new to people in the UK, surely.
No.
No,
No,
but
so they
it's
are
a
good. I must
penguin with a caramel centre
It's a
and better biscuit. It's perfect.
them's fighting words, Gary.
I just said it's better biscuit for Christ's sakes.
You said it's like a bloody. Oh yeah, there you're right. They are like penguins. I think.
It is like look. Here's a case of defence, Your Honour. I exhibit one, the photography of a Tim Tam. Notice its very close resemblance to another chocolate covered sweet. However, I prefer the biscuit on here.
Yeah.
And even the chocolate's nice.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a lot less dense, isn't it?
So yeah, so there was a thesis written about Tim Tams versus penguins. I read about it on the interwebs.
Who'd win a fight?
Yeah, and what the end result is, they're both great. Like Tim Tams have a better biscuit, penguins have a better filling. But I think you can't complain. It's a chocolate biscuit. You're going to enjoy it. Like I went through opened a packet of the Aldi ones, their version of it. I think they're called, This'll Stuff 'em or something like that. I can't remember. But they're
whatever
just
the German
as good.
penguin is.
Yeah. Hair penguin.
Yeah.
I think they're just it's a chocolate biscuit. What's not to like?
No, I just say that the caramel ones are properly nice.
I'm just saying that I think, from my experience of Tim Tams, the Tim Tam is better than the penguin.
Do you know what? I would have to agree with you there, Gary. I really do.
There's something overall.
Penguins have lost their way over the years.
Yes.
Oh, but they have jokes on the inside.
Yeah, the quality of the biscuit.
Yeah.
I'm not going to diss penguins. I've seen how British react to things that they don't really like.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah, but if it's our thing we don't really like, you can't say anything about it.
No.
Penguins are just chocolate covered bourbon.
Shut up, Northerner.
Northern heathen.
Now, to be fair, Dave on the Discord was actually dissing the hobnob.
He
I
was
noticed the other day.
last night. That was.
Yeah, he was.
Wow, that must be fighting words.
He was saying that he prefers the custard cream over the hobnob.
So, did you say Dave X of the Discord?
Dave C. Yeah, no longer on Discord, and
yeah, no, hobnobs are great. Like, I take the piss, but like the fact is,
You do.
yeah, everything I tried over there, I loved because your food. Oh, Well, apart from like the way you'd sort of, I guess say if you get a Brussels sprout and you'd let it boil for 12 hours and soak the colour out of it.
12 hours? You're supposed to boil them for 12 months.
But I had, oh my God, we went to a British pub, well, in London. I can't remember where it was, but
You
it's
found
just
a
a standard
British
pub
pub
on
in
a corner.
London?
Yeah, I know. So anyway, and we just had like, we just sat down, had a meal and beer and blah blah blah, and I was just like, this is the best pub meal I've ever had. And I said to the waiter, "Can you pass on to the chef? This is the best pub meal I've ever had anywhere. It was so good." Well, when he came back later on, he said, "Well, here's a free beer. Like the chef has paid you one, but he was a bit pissed off." I said, "What? Why?" And he said, "Well, it's just fish and chips." But the thing is, of course, you've got fish that we don't have here. So it was just haddock. We don't have haddock. And I've never tasted fish like it. It's bloody
We have
delicious.
fish here that don't want to kill us.
Yes.
Yeah, but barramundi's a bloody big fish. What could I say? Actually, that's a line from Crocodile Dundee, isn't it?
That's not a fish.
No, I think yeah.
That's one
Look,
ladder.
there's more to love about the UK than I think most people in the UK realise.
It's like anywhere where you live, it's the grass is always greener syndrome. Well, that's killed it, hasn't it?
So good. We like as Paul said, we can't make it to Telford this year, but we are going back because I thought everybody was so hospitable, and we just every day was as good as the previous day. We thought, well, this will be the highlight,
This
and
won't last,
it
you
wasn't.
Well, don't worry. We're going to send you lots of pictures of this Telford.
Yeah,
Well,
we're
I
even going to
hope
do a
so.
selfie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do a video review of it as well, mate. You won't miss out. Don't worry.
Cause,
Yeah, we're going to do a
obviously,
three veterans selfie.
yeah. Because to this day, there's a couple of members of Models for Heroes that believe that I wasn't actually there and I was just photoshopped in a photo later.
Mick
And I
Wilson,
think,
for one.
yeah, Mick. And I think, this time around, you can actually Photoshop me in.
The funny thing is, there's that picture that Malcolm took of everybody from Models for Heroes at Telford, and you and Mick are in that picture.
Mm.
And Mick swears blind he never saw you.
Yeah, I didn't see him. Mind you, like when that photo was taken, I felt like a bit of a rock star in that. Like, I certainly wasn't. But there were been 3 different people in 3 different areas that, I'd love to meet you. Where are you? Sort of thing. It was so weird. Humbling, actually. No, it wasn't you.
Of course, now we're internationally famous as the 3 veterans. I expect we'll be getting a lot of that this Telford.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's one of the weird things, because, like John was saying before about his friend that watches it, I was like,
yeah.
that's weird. It's weird to think of, isn't it?
It is, look, as I say, humbling as well. Like, we're the first people to say, we're not of the caliber of a certain member that's here with us. But the fact that that certain member that's here with us is here with us as a certain member is just awe-inspiring.
Could you get
Would you be on about Posh Gary?
I'm still, Pushka. I'm still a
Oh,
fan.
you're talking about a certain member.
Yeah, big shout out to Kerry.
What? Oh, get over it, John. I'm not. I'm just a. I stopped. My whole channel started as ordinary bloke. That's what I am. I'm just another bloke. That's all I am, fella. Just another bloke who makes models and films it. That's it.
Yep. But you've had a lot of people, not just me, just say like, love your passion, love your your breadth of.
It's just I like showing off in front of a camera. That's the only difference between me and
I've
any
made the
other
first
model
half
maker.
I've made the first half of my French ladders.
Oh wow!
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Excellent.
Ooh, what a clever old Hector. Oh, dear me.
That was I think one of the overwhelming memories of Paris, because I only spent 2 days there, and it's the only time I've been on mainland, continental
What was all the
continental
ladders
Europe.
lying around?
No, just people moving house, but they do it with like they move through a window. Like they got the thing that backs up, because they could be 6 floors high, and they got the thing, and it's just like a lift, and all the furniture goes up and down this sort of bit of equipment in a parking spot out the front. It's incredible because all the houses here tend to be single story, or most of them. It's pretty cool. I could have been this twice, do I? Okay. Good luck with that.
Because of course, the 3-meter ladders, so that they're apple picking ladders, aren't they?
Yeah, so they can pick the apples to make the is it Calvados? No, is it?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's apple brandy, isn't it?
Oh, sure is. Hell yes. One of my favourite things.
When are you departing for Albania, Gary?
Week on Wednesday, the 4th of September.
Because we used to view Albania when we were on holiday in Corfu. We could see it across the 2 miles of water.
Originally, when we started going over there, we flew to Corfu, then got the ferry over from there to Saranda, where we stayed.
Yeah.
But we now go to somewhere right at the other end of the country, right up by the border of Montenegro.
All right.
And it's beautiful. It's so quiet. I'm going to do some video while I'm there this time, a bit of like travel log.
Yeah.
Do the Alan Wicker bit up there.
I'm going to do Monday Matters for his holiday. Now there's commitment.
Oh, and he's done that before.
I'm doing a live stream. The Thursday live stream is going to be from Albania,
isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. It's going to be an hour earlier.
That's right. I remember you saying this morning.
Because you really do not want me live streaming at 11 o'clock at night when I've been on the wine and the raki all day.
Good
so.
Wow.
Makes for a very different sort of live show.
It would. It would. It'd be me. And another thing. I'll tell you another thing, right?
Yeah.
I love all of you.
So by raki, do you mean a Dothraki? I mean, is that what you do over
raki.
there?
Raki, it's a grape spirit, very similar to grappa in Italy. So you make your wine, and you've got some juice left over, and you sort of compress the grapes and all that, and you get like a third runoff of the grape, and then you send it to a distillery, and they make a spirit out of it. It's being Albania, it's not highly regulated, so the stuff you buy in the shops is fine. It's grand. It's like 40%, just like most spirits. But if you go to a restaurant and you say, "Well, I'll have some raki," and they say, "Oh, good, my granddad makes it." You think, "Oh boy, this is going to hurt. This is going to sting when it goes down." But it's such a lovely flavor. Maria hates it. I mean, hates it. I absolutely adore it. It's just one of those flavors that really, just amazing. I like grappa anyway, so all those grape things I like.
So is Maria going to pretend to be Judith Chalmers then?
She doesn't like appearing in the videos.
Judith Chalmers my granddad went to Cowley Boys School in St Helens, and Judith Chalmers went to Cowley Girls, which was next door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
We were in school at the same time. She was in the girls' school, and he was in the boys' school.
But she was always on holiday.
Yeah.
There you go.
I think Maria
was Albania. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
No. Oh God, where did that
Isn't
be?
it Albania where Norman Wisdom has cult status?
He does, but it's actually his character Pitkin from the movies.
Yeah,
because it's the underdog who successfully eventually stands up against the buffoonery of the bourgeoisie.
Yeah.
So it's like a folk hero. But yeah, they love him. They absolutely love him over there, even now.
I think the ice cream man's run out of ice cream.
You say Norman Wisdom, they say what? You say Pitkin. Pitkin, yay.
He's parked right outside my house, the git.
Where did that piece ping to? Can you guys see it from where you are? Oh,
Not on little screen, we can't.
Not one of your
crikey, blimey! So
small
it's
photo
it's
X
it's
parts, is it?
it's one of it's one of those.
Told you it with that. Told you. I told you, Butler.
So it's one of the clamps for my little axe, my hatchet.
We can't see it because you keep putting your hands in the way. No, we can't
Just
see
throw
what
a thing
piece
up
you're
to the other side of his mansion.
I don't know. It says somewhere.
Oh, we're down to 3 viewers. What are we doing?
Where is it? Oh, you bastard!
Don't worry about it.
You got to remember, it's bank holiday, so people will be out doing stuff with their families.
Yeah,
Like
definitely must add kids.
banking.
Not like us boring.
No, apart from having nothing better to do, I was looking forward to this. I've missed you guys.
Oh,
I know, right? Oh, you bought it.
to be fair, I do enjoy doing these sessions.
There it
Personally,
is.
I prefer the Spitfire one. You know, the Thursday session.
Ooh,
The only difference with that is we don't have Modmin and Posh Gary on it.
No, it's not that.
Oh yeah, I was really offended now.
No. You
Oh,
misunderstand me.
by the way, Gary's, have you noticed your names on here?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I didn't. That's awesome.
Oh, I know. For the last few minutes.
Oh, here we go.
So we've got 10 minutes
Since-
left already.
Is that it? Oh, bloody hell.
Since Gary is Temu Gary, we'll have the other Gary as Waitrose Gary.
I now know what that is.
Speaking of Thursday, I won't be here. I've
Okay,
got food booked in.
okie dokie. You will lose half a hobnob. I will open your packet and give Gary half a biscuit
Why?
Oh, crikey, come on.
because she's missing a session
Why am I getting the half a biscuit?
because you turned up. And because I think you
I'd
need
be here, but the only day that my physiotherapist is at the hospital is a Thursday.
Yeah, I'm all right. It's all right. I'm only joking. I won't really open your pack of biscuits.
No, I'd honestly rather be here than have a
Oh.
physio. But I
Oh.
need a physio.
Oh, at the end of the month, sorry, at the end of September, I'm going to miss a Monday and a Thursday.
You swine. Oh well.
I'll just get your
What,
I should
what
be
is
on
it
my
with your commitments?
hollybobs.
Waitrose Gary, are you going to do standing?
He's got a busy schedule, though.
Oh yeah, he has, hasn't he?
How do you
Oh,
think he
we're
pumps
gonna have
out
to
so many bloody models?
We're gonna have
Man's
to
a
get someone to
model-making
be.
machine.
We're gonna have to get someone to be token Gary.
Who can we get Jakey in?
Yeah.
Get James in. Get him to face away from the camera. Dead ringer.
The Skiffins.
Yeah.
Yeah, get Skiffins in.
Skiffins won't be able to last a full 2 hours, I don't think.
Probably not in the afternoon.
Just
he's
like
still-
just like our Gary.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what she said.
Because I guarantee by 5 minutes past 4, I'll be asleep in the chair downstairs.
You know, we're probably the only people laughing watching this.
Oh yeah, because there's only
Because
3
they're the
people
only
watching
people
it.
watching this.
Oh, fair enough. Mind you, it is what 7 minutes to 1 in the morning here, so there is that.
Yeah.
17.
There you go. And it is 10 minutes left.
It is.
Crikey, blimey.
Whoops, Daisy. Drill bits going flying. And I broke
Oh.
a drill bit.
Have a look at this. A new model turned up. I think Gary mentioned this a couple of weeks ago on his Monday Matters. But a new model kit turned up at our local store. If I can just
And
go
and therefore your stash.
a new. This one.
Oh, right.
Oh,
The kangaroo.
oh,
Right. So that's so yeah, we built a boomerang aircraft, which is basically based on the wing of a Texan, Harvard, that sort of thing. Made into a fighter. It wasn't overly great. This looks a lot like a Mustang. This
Yeah.
was late war. Anyway,
Hmm.
150 Australian dollars for that kit,
That's
48 scale.
£2.50.
I thought you meant for
Two
the
pounds.
aircraft. Then.
Yeah. So, and the other one that's in the background that you probably can't see too well is it's out of focus. It's a windgill,
Yeah.
which is a
Ah.
baby eagle in Aboriginal, well, Australian. What? I don't like being called Aboriginal because it's not a native word. What do they call them?
Just call them people.
Peoples. The non-reflective Australians.
Dear Lord. Am I going to get a letter off the Australian government complaining?
Oh,
No, you'll just be banned from ever having Tim Tams again.
that's a picture of Spock. So if you're
Oh,
watching
there you go.
Spock,
Hey,
a very
Spock.
kind welcome to you.
Yes, indeed. Oh, right.
And that's his lovely wife, Bronnie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow.
And Timbo, who's probably not watching anymore. Tim, with the good-looking twin.
he looks a
Wow.
cool guy.
Well, he is recently ex-Navy, and you can see obviously he's grown his hair out because that's what you do.
Yes.
But he is a righteous dude. Look at me trying to sound interesting.
Trying to sound down with the kids, are you, John?
The now peeps, yes.
It's weird because I'm no longer one of those people. Because I'm nearly 40. Oh my god. I don't feel it.
I know. I'm 27.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm probably younger than that.
I seriously don't feel like I'm nearly. My body feels like it's well older than 40, but
So
Just
let's
a
listen to a
number.
song. Go on, Gary.
I say it's just a number.
Yeah. Well, it is after a while. So I was listening to a song in the car the other day. Joe Jackson. It's called Happy Ending. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No, I'm not familiar with them at all.
I don't get it. Well, either of them. Anyway, yeah. So the lyrics in that is like, how tough must we be? It's 84 now. I'm just like, oh, it's somewhat dated now, isn't it?
Did I see a post the other day in 6 years' time, the 80s will be 50 years ago?
Oh, Jesus.
yeah. One of the songs I've always liked, which seems pretty relevant these days, is Mike Rutherford's Silent Running.
Yes.
That's pretty relevant these days.
Genesis. Yeah.
Well, it's after. It's when he sold.
Yeah, Market Mechanics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tony Banks is such a good pianist.
Oh, dear me.
I said pianist on
3
the stream.
minutes to go.
Yes.
So, so the audience, do yourself a favor, look up Happy Ending, Joe Jackson.
Just make sure you put the Joe Jackson at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't
It
Google
is such a good song. from an outstanding album called Body and Soul. You will love it. It's certainly the last track is mind-blowingly good. Well, the whole album is exceptional, but I love it to death. And the good-looking twin will have to agree with me, I'm sure. No, he should do.
He will agree.
No, I'm not going to put any thoughts in his head, but he doesn't like U2. He doesn't like Bono. He thinks he's a bit of a.
He is. He's
Yeah.
right.
He's absolutely spot on.
I think it's fantastic.
Although
Mind you,
I did win some money because of him
How?
when I was in school. Because my religious education teacher, he used to play music. He believed that if you played music in the background, the kids behaved better.
Okay.
So he had speakers in his class, and he used to play music.
Hello,
And to
Ben.
be fair, it worked because we were listening to the music. We were pretty chilled.
Yeah.
And one day he said, "I'll give £1 to anyone who can tell me what this song is or who the band is." And nobody said anything. And then he said, "All right, I'll make it £1.50." And eventually this kept going on until he got to £5. And then I went, "You two streets have no name?" And he went, "Damn it." He said, "You knew that all along, didn't you?" And I went, "Yeah."
Yeah, but how did they not? Is my question.
Because most of the people in our school listen to stuff like Marilyn Manson in my class.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute to go.
Yes. So what have you guys achieved in this session?
Quite a lot today.
Same.
Should we start with our guest, Waitrose Gary?
Okay.
We'll start with
I
Waitrose Gary.
have done most of the decals on my Matchbox A10.
Nice.
That's nice.
How
While
are
I've been
you finding
chatting.
How are you finding Caracal? I enjoyed them. I think they're good quality. Do you?
Excellent. Very
Yeah.
thin. They follow what lines are here, but pretty easy to use, and they go down and stay down, which is cool.
And the instructions are pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's full of all sorts of things in here, and things that I'm probably going to have to paint on because they're not on the kit. And other than that, they're brilliant, really nice, really enjoyed them. So that's a really positive couple of hours for me.
Excellent.
That colour looks spot on as well. From memory, it looks just like all the photos I remember seeing.
No, I spent a lot of time trying to get this prototype grey right, and it's just it's to me a sky grey XF19, and it just worked. I've just it's got that hint of warmth to it, and it's exactly how I remember because I remember seeing the prototypes back in the late 70s at the air shows and stuff.
That reminds me, I was struggling to find the other day an equivalent to Tamiya Sky colour.
Yes.
I found one, and I actually had it in my paint stash. It's Humbrol 90. It's exactly the same.
Cool.
So I used that.
You went back and did it again?
No, I left the nose cone red because I think that was cool.
Yeah, it does look cool.
A bit of colouring on the paint on the back. From Waitrose Gary, we'll go to Temu Gary.
Temu Gary has had a very positive afternoon. What have I done? I've made the steering wheel and the steering column. It's not installed yet. I started building up the cab.
Excellent. Make sure you paint the inside of the cab before you put things like steering wheel nut in.
Yes, I'm going to. That's why it's not in there. I have painted the
to your left a bit
chassis. There you go.
There we go.
And I've got some detailed painting to do in there.
That's a nice colour.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful colour.
And I have painted.
The box body.
Excellent.
Nice.
And I've got some detailed painting to do in there with regards to the benches and one thing, and then the floor's got to be done. So yeah, very productive afternoon. And I tell you what, I love this kit.
Now you see why I love ICM so much.
I love this kit. It is absolutely spot on.
ICM and World War One, brilliant.
Yeah. What about John? What's John been doing?
So we'll go to Modmin.
All right then. Oh, that's John.
Oh, it is me. Oh, my mistake. Sorry, I was eyes down for a full house. Yes, so I've been doing lots of photo etch. So we've got the screen on the
Cool.
back. You probably can't see, but there's 4 little wing nuts down that side, and there's 5 on that side. Yeah, they're there. Got the axe or the hatchet on the mudguard, and just a bracket of some sort on that one. Plus we've got the front of the guards. So all I've done is brass. But tell you what, this is very close to finishing. I think if I look over the page, I've got a tow bar, a shovel, and that's it. So then it just gets all painted in the dark yellow, and then weathered, and the crane goes on the back, and job done. Moves on to another kit.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
So I'm loving it. You know, mini art has lots of parts and stuff like that, but the fit is exceptional. I think, I'm loving the experience. As a non-military modeler, I'm loving this military stuff. This armored vehicles, whatever you want to call.
They're slowly converting you.
No, I've always been a convert. It's just, I've just been, I've just been loving all aspects of the hobby. Let's face it.
Yeah, I was going to say it's just opening up the hobby even more, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm but I'm glad that Mikey, you didn't force my hand, but I'm glad that I listened to you and not
me. That's what
Temu Gary.
Otherwise, you'd be building a Victor.
I'll be building Victor, but I'll be loving it too, because the tornadoes. It'd be fine if I don't use that 3D printed thing, but I'll make it work like everything else.
So, me, I'm going to take you on a little tour of my farm. If I get the right way up, hang on. Before I change over, I shall flip. There you go. Right. So,
I'm still big.
I know. Give me a chance.
There we go. Ooh.
So that's the ladder I've made today. So that's going to sit on there like that.
Wow.
I'm going to put some foliage around it. Ooh. Turntable's turning. There you go. So there you got the universal carrier.
Cripes.
I can focus it. I'm going to put some. Where am I going? That way. Yeah, there you go. There you go. So it's going to have the soldiers in there and things. It's going to have a bit of foliage against this wall here. You got your pig. You got donkey on the grass. Then if I turn it, when it focuses, there you go, universal carrier.
Nice.
And a little labby in there. Yeah, there you go.
It's on the box.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
That way.
I think your friend will be very pleased with that, Mikey.
I hope so. I've done all the paint, so it's all cracked and things as well.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah,
wow, yeah.
And then
nice one, mate.
Got a little water trough full of water.
Oh, cool.
Which is where I use the UV resin.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're not you're not a stranger to UV resin then.
It's the first time I used it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But all that was all scratch built, and
yes.
the gate and the walls and everything.
Yeah. Well, don't take this the wrong way, but I love your wood, Mikey.
And there's a little deck in there as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you. I'm going to switch cameras over so I can put this one back on the stand.
Waitrose, Gary. I actually love Waitrose too. Great food, cheap beer.
Yeah, if you don't really want to go up market, it's a good second bet. Absolutely. But if your man has neglected their duties and not gone to Selfridges or Harrods for you, then they're a good emergency. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All Fortnums, of course.
Oh yeah.
So, good-looking Marley twin thing. He's going to be here on Friday.
Excellent.
he's in Sydney at the moment doing some training, but he's just going to get on a train, come up here, and then fly home from here. So we're heading to Murray's Brewery to have a burger and a beer, and you're all welcome.
Right, Marion, book the flight.
Did you see the thing I sent you? The link, did it get through about the eclipse in 2028?
Certainly did. Yes.
Going straight over the top of Sydney. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Sydney Harbour during a total eclipse is going to be absolutely epic.
Yeah.
All your chucks will go to roost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a euphemism? Yes. But anyway, it's been a lot of fun this session. Thank you very much, gentlemen, and Tiff for turning up.
Yeah, thank you, Tiff, for all your hard work in the background.
And for the 4 people watching, thank you very much for spending time with us.
Yeah.
And for all the people that weren't watching, where the hell were you?
Yeah.
But they haven't heard that because they're not watching.
No, and all the people that dislike this later on, all I can do is apologise and say, yep, Temu Gary's not the best at this.
Right. We'll say you goodbye. Oh, hang on.
Yeah.
What's Modman been up to?
Oh,
Not much. Been waiting for the base coat to dry, let the spray paint to dry on a model that I did this morning.
Yeah.
And just lots of little touch-ups on previous models that have been built.
Cool.
Just where I've accidentally getting paint on other colours.
Excellent.
Nice.
So, with the 4 of you, like to say your goodbyes.
Hooroo. It's been
Goodbye.
great. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you, Gary,
everyone.
for joining us. It was great fun.
It was.
Don't forget, back on Thursday at 11 o'clock with the Spitfire.
Spitfire.